for all you multi-talented, multitasking, multi-everything people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless feet will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zoa. No applause? You're all fired.
Now that you've reached the stage in your life where quality television is important, Nubian TV is a black network that speaks to your lifestyle. Nubian TV is the world's first digital network devoted to the upscale and political lifestyles of black people. Nubian TV's programming includes politics, travel, fashion, food, automotive, arts and culture, civil rights, music, and more. Watch now on Amazon Fire TV, Roku, or watch globally at nubiantv.net. Nubian TV, it's what you want to watch.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money. Are you ready? They are ready. Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here this morning.
It's always a good time. That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good. Very good.
Coming in hot. Jimmy coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Oh, good morning, America. I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be there.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'm in.
That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, Lara, Ginger.
Caesar. Just look at him. Politician. General. Author. Ruler. Man. Legend has it, he's not only stared into the belly of the beast, he's had it for dinner. Here he's free to relax, or party, or relax, or party, or relax, and party. His is a world of opulence, excess, and the occasional impulse buy. Not one to rest on his laurels, he's famous for ushering in a new age of entertainment. So, for anyone seeking a place where the sun never sets on a good time, all this awaits.
I am Caesar, and I approve this palace.
And with that being said, from Mr. Brian Williams, good evening, everybody. Welcome in to another edition of Brainley's Virtual Tour Live. I've been watching that intro throughout the day today, and that voice, that commanding presence, that comfort of that we are not united, we are divided, but there is more uniting of positivity than the dividing of negativity. And in that intro, he talked about how there was a practice that this country used to do called slavery. And to go from that to a reality show where 3 black women can find love from national television, I think that's a wonderful way to showcase that we have more greatness to come. So with that being said, higher is waiting, low is available, but either way, we are live on tour. Let me take down that iconic intro there. You see the virtual tour background, yes you do. You hear the virtual tour music, yes you do. And then there is me, everybody. Hey, welcome in. Good to see you all here for another edition of Brainley's Virtual Tour Live. All right, y'all. So it's Queen's Court time. Oh Lord, so this is episode 3, so let's get into it. So at the house, everyone's saying good morning, giving hugs and everything, and they're all in white except for Delicious. She has this green color on her outfit. So Lisa Raye has been wearing white for 20 years. Like everything is white, like her cars, her dresses, her underwear, her bra, like everything is white. And I will say, like, white is her color. I will definitely say that. But 20 years though, 20 years of one color, that's, I don't know, child, but she does rock it well. I will say that. And I think Delicious said that they all are a triple threat. And it does seem that this is a very mature cast to me. London said that Delicious is a defense mechanism for London, because when she was on Flavor of Love, Flavor said, whatever I think about you is what I'm going to call you. So he called her Delicious. And Delicious would like to be married. K. Michelle wants to get married eventually. And then Lisa Raye said today might be the day because there are new men coming in. So then there is a talent show, right? And so Holly and Rodney Peete come out. And y'all, Holly Robinson Peete knows French. She's been knowing French since 19 years old. I'm like, okay then. Oui, mon ami. All right now. Listen, I bet you if she was in Paris, she owned Paris. I'm not mad at it. What did I take? I took Spanish and German in middle school. Still can't remember it. But I do think it is amazing to learn a whole nother language. And when you learn language, you learn culture as well. So shout out to Holly Robinson Peete for that. That's really cool. So she did that because this is a talent show. So Nash, who is from Nigeria, is singing a song, an original song in his native language. And I thought that was really cool to be able to showcase your culture in that fashion. I mean, he could have done anything. He could have done, dancing. He could have, brought, clothing to give to the ladies, but he gave of himself and of his culture. So I thought that was really cool. Wisdom, he did a Terry Crews move of pulling up the pecs and everything else. Wisdom did a backflip and almost did I promise y'all, I literally laughed my behind off. I'm like, I know you did not just do this in front of these women. But you know what, though? He landed, okay? He landed. Even Holly and Rodney were like, oh, wait a minute. So Charles, he did, spoken word about his mother and all the sacrifices that his mom made. And I thought that was very beautiful because as a man, as you get older, the more responsibilities come upon you. And so you don't usually have the room to be vulnerable and open and emotional. So the fact that he could read that poem in front of those ladies, and not to mention too, like I said, y'all don't see the camera crew, y'all don't see the boom mic and the mic pack that's on their pants pocket and all of the setup. Kudos to Charles. I thought that was really cool. Kenny, I did not get him. He did stand-up comedy. I was out of it for a while then. But apparently, here's the thing: the Lisa Raye, honed in because he used one of her characters, right? And then Zeus, his gift is storytelling. So he told about, 2 schools that he got letters to, and so the mom said that you're going to go to the school with the scholarship. And so he did a little bit of from, drumline. And I got to tell you something. It is really cool to see with this show that they are allowing grown people to be grown. Like, on Ready to Love, which is on the Oprah Winfrey Network, it seems to me very, how can I say this? Here's the gag, right? Queen's Court and Ready to Love are both produced by Will Packer. That's the gag, right? So it seems like on Queen's Court, these stories are able to air out a little bit more. I don't know if it's because it's just 3 women, and so we are able to follow these 3 women throughout the season. But on Ready to Love, there's an elimination, every couple episodes, so we really don't get to see the progression of these relationships. But I thought that was really cool to allow these, people, not characters, because characters come from sitcoms, cartoons, and dramas. These are human beings on reality TV, not characters. Like I said, character analysis on YouTube for reality TV is not content. It's just not. So anyway, London gets Zeus, Tracy, Chris, and Zach. If you guys remember Zach, Zach is the person who said, "Look at this fool," on the date with K. Michelle when they were at the zoo. And so K. Michelle didn't like Zach saying that because it triggered something for her from her past relationship. Zach and K. Michelle got over that. And so when, at the last dinner party that London asked for a date, Zach said yes. And then K. Michelle wanted to talk to Zach. And K. Michelle said to Zach that I feel like I had a friend. And so with that being said, when Zach told K. Michelle that he said yes to Delicious, K. Michelle was like, done. And I thought that she overreacted a little bit, just a little bit, right? Because listen, I get it. You want somebody to be eyes on you, but in the same token, child, this is a dating show. Y'all all there trying to find love. So if somebody has a connection with all 3 of you, then what is he supposed to do? If all of y'all have connections with all the guys, then all of y'all are kind of screwed, right? That's just kind of how I feel about it. I felt that K. Michelle was a little too hard on Zach, even though Zach is a whole character. That was just my thinking on that, right? So after that, then K. Michelle picked Nosh, Ben, Affirm, and Andrea. So, Affirm is her comfort. Nosh is the guy from Nigeria. Ben, I can't remember where Ben is. Oh, I remember Ben now. He's the white guy. And I don't say that to be rude. Ben was the guy where when they were at the bull riding, not the actual bull riding, but the bull riding simulator. And Ben and K. Michelle sat down and they talked about Ben's relationship with Ben's ex-wife and her new man. That's Ben. And then Andrea is the guy who seems too polished, but there's something there. And then Lisa Raye had Kenny Rogers, Booker, and Charles. So one of the moments that happened with was Zach. So, K. Michelle and Zach, they talked, and K. Michelle was honest, and she said, "I'm sorry, Zach, I was a little too hard on you for, liking, Delicious." And I appreciate her doing that. The biggest thing that I don't want to happen to Zach is that she says it's okay, but she holds that resentment for the rest of the show. Now, I haven't seen any other episodes. I do this once a week because I believe in being in real time with all of you, right? And so if you're wondering why we're doing it tonight instead of Monday, I was out Monday. Like, my voice is back, my body is back and everything, but I was out of it Monday. But anyway, so that moment happened. And so then, Zach and Delicious, they had a conversation. And, Delicious or London really likes Zach's awkwardness. It reminds me of Keke Palmer when she said, "I'm looking for that Steve Urkel type that makes the dad jokes." I'm like, Lord Jesus, is that a real type anymore? Is the good guy even a real type anymore? Because Cardi B said the Dame pool has piss in it. So I just found it really interesting with that. So then Lisa Raye talked with Kenny Rogers, and there was this book that King Rogers gave not K Michelle, but Lisa Raye, called turkey bacon. I didn't get it at all. I was gonna say I didn't get it at first, but I didn't get it. But I assume if you go look up turkey bacon in his book, I'm sure it's a wonderful description about how, he's like bacon and, he's strong and tough and all that stuff, but he's turkey because he's soft and tender. I'm just guessing. I do not know, y'all. So, but there was a moment where Kenny Rogers asked, Lisa Raye, do you invest into other people more than you invest in yourself? And Lisa Raye had a real moment. Now, y'all know Lisa Raye McCoy is the 1 to the 2 to the 3, right? So she doesn't really get rattled, right? But I appreciate that Lisa Raye is letting herself go in this experience, right? Because we all remember who was the brother? Who was the brother here? Hang on, y'all, because I'm trying to see. That was episode 2. That was Norman. So y'all remember Norman, right? Norman was the brother that dated Kai, and Kai is Lisa Raye's daughter. And the vulnerability that Norman had to say, hey, we almost had a child. And Kai wanted that relationship still to be with you. And that hurt me because I do want a family. So, Lisa Raye has had to deal with some truths here. I know that this is just the 3rd episode, but for Lisa Raye to be this open, this sincere, and this vulnerable, I really do like this side of Lisa Raye McCoy. I think she should showcase this side a little more often because it goes to show that even the strongest get a little weak from time to time. So I really, really like that from Lisa Raye. So then the dates happened. So K Michelle took the gentleman on a date to make their own fragrance, and the best fragrance got a one-on-one date with K Michelle. So Nash had a previous engagement, so he couldn't be there. And K Michelle was like, okay, you know what? I know I'm busy, but if I can make time for this, you can make time for me, which I understood, right? But also, too, it's the same thing on Ready to Love. I remember there was one brother that he had to go. I think it was Chris, if I'm not mistaken. Chris and Jessica, that was a whole thing on Ready to Love. But Chris had to leave for an engagement and then came back. And then that whole season flipped on Ready to Love. But so all of them do their sins. Ben reminds K Michelle Fall. Affirm reminds you of, spa sets, and the Affirm had the best one. So Affirm got the one-on-one, right? But here's the thing, right? Affirm gives something personal to K Michelle, and Sunflower is K Michelle's, favorite flower. So he hand-drawn or hand-painted the sunflower, right? With a poem and all that stuff. So then Nash busts in the date. I'm like, wait a minute, bro. Wait a minute. Now, listen, I try to be loving, kind, and gracious my damn stuff, but like, bro, you busted in on my time. Like, you should have been here. And God, I was like, what in the flying hell is going on? I was really just like, what the what? So that was interesting. So then, let me see here. So Andrea left, was very gracious. He was, and Nash said that I could not, come not see. I could not see, right? So he came in. They took their time and stuff like that. I am sure that that's going to translate, right? So then Lisa Raye took her group of men to this trampoline park. And I'm just like, Lisa Raye, wait a minute. Like, no disrespect, okay? Because there are some 50-year-old brothers that are hurting these women out here with the gray beard gang. And let me tell you something. Making them weak in more ways than one. And then there are some women looking 50, looking 30. No disrespect, right? In the same token, when they went to this trampoline place, and Lisa Raye said, you know, we're going to see how much of a kid that you are, because she's a kid at heart. I really appreciate that fun side. So they started bouncing up and down with these trampolines. But it was nice to see. Like, on Ready to Love, you don't see that. My Lord, it is so contrived on Ready to Love. It's just like, good damn, at the end of the, when the reunion happens, it's like, good damn, there was stuff happening behind the scenes. Nobody could be happy. Fake Louis Vuitton red bottoms. Just everything. Gigi told me to move on. By the way, shout out to Gigi9. Like, comment, share, subscribe to that beautiful sister there. Hopefully you are well, Gigi. Love you very much. So then they went over to the Wipeout. So if you guys remember Wipeout, the obstacle course game show that was on ABC. It's on TBS, but it should be on ABC. But anyway, it was this like sweeping arm thing that just looped around. So you had to, as it went, you had to jump over it, right? So the best one, or the one that, remained standing, won, right? So Kenny Rogers played, Charles played, and Booker played, right? And so, Kenny Rogers fell down, but he fell down towards the end. Charles, he was out first. And then Booker won. And Lisa Raye was so excited, like, Booker, congratulations, come here. It's like, really? But it is what it is, though. He's one of the OGs, right? So he's been there a while. So that connection has developed. And I got to tell you, Booker and Lisa Raye, they look like a legitimate couple to me. That's no disrespect to Kenny Rogers and Charles, but they really do seem to be a real couple. And by the way, shout out to Charles, because during the mixer, Lisa Raye and Charles connected on when you get older in terms of dating, you become seasoned. And they both said at the same time, and that, Lisa Raye really appreciated that. So I appreciate that. While Lisa Raye is still with Booker, she's also still open. So she's not, decided yet. So then London and her crew went to make street art, right? And so the best one that made street art got that time, right? And so Chris made a piece of street art that had more about money than him, right? And so it was Zach that won that, but all of them showcased a little something new. And then of course it was David, Affirm, Chris, and Wisdom that were at the elimination dinner party. And so Lisa Raye felt that David was a little too refined. Affirm is more comfort than anything, but there's no spark there. With Chris, he still is not that vulnerable as of yet. In the Wisdom, he's new, so he just got there. So 4 men, but 2 had to go home, and then it was David at Affirm. So then the next day is going to be like an ATV type of date, and there's some things that go down, but that is the review. I like this episode. I appreciate how Queen's Court, they introduced the new guys in these activities where you really where the guys get to really showcase themselves. Because on Ready to Love, it's like, okay, here are 10 men, here are 10 women, mixer. So they usually do, sometimes they do 5 men, 5 women, they mix, and then the other mixer, and then they bring the groups together. But I like the fact that they are activity focused on the show, because they're trying to lead with personality to showcase that just because you got the money, just because you got the looks, doesn't mean you have the soul. So I really appreciate this episode of Queen's Court. So yes, indeed. Hey, everybody, 5 people in the building. Thank you all so much for being here. Y'all got 3 shows today? 11 a.m., the Kamala Harris one at 4 o'clock, and now this one at 6 o'clock. So 3 shows on one day today. And so we're going to take a little commercial break. We do have more virtual tour live coming up here, and I'm glad to have y'all here. We are in the building. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Roll it.
hustle up, yeah. Ready, set, let's go, yeah. Hustle up, yeah. Ready, set, let's go. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, get low, get low, get low. Come on, drop it to the floor, yeah, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, get low, get low, get low. Come on, drop it to the floor, yeah, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, get low, get low, get low. Come on, drop it to the floor, yeah, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, get low, get low, get low. Come on, drop it to the floor, yeah, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder.
For Ramirez, Wingstop's triple meal deal. 6 classics, 6 boneless, and 2 tenders with 2 dips and a large fry for just $17.99. Get yours delivered today at Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. For Ramirez,
Sweet morning dew, one look at you, and it was plain to see you were my destiny. I come from Memphis. Our son is your son. Welcome to the celebration. We always got it. Don't you leave here today with happiness. I want you to leave here with shame.
Come with me if you want to live a more delicious life.
Oh, maybe we should get in the van.
In this world, we don't get to control much. The past, male pattern baldness.
Leggies.
Got one right now. The urge to pop that bubble wrap. But there is one thing we do get to choose every single day: what we eat. Welcome to the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment. We have everything you want, didn't know you wanted, and some things you didn't know were possible. Because we believe if you're not having fun, you're not living free. So come on, let's live a little.
I'm loving it.
Loving y'all right back. Welcome back into Brantley's virtual tour live. Glad to have all of you here in the building today. We are live on tour. Just reviewed about Queen's Court. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, then shout out to that. Open dialogue about menopause with Winter Harris from Trending at Some Point. Shout out to that conversation. Pray that it's a good, productive, and fruitful conversation because menopause is very real for women. And shout out to that. That's really cool. That's really, really cool. I am proud that people can recognize that they can expand themselves with what they did with their content. So the more we can utilize YouTube for the good, the better of the good that we'll have. Amen. So yes, indeed. Glad to have y'all here. Like I said, don't know if Queen's Court has been renewed for season 3 yet, but I am sure it will be. And then Will Packer said that a King's Court could be on the way. Lighthearted Entertainment has this casting out for a celebrity dating show, but I'm thinking it's the King's Court spinoff. I'm thinking, so we'll see. So I think Will Packer definitely has figured out a groove to reality TV. I really do think he has. I think Queen's Court is probably better than Ready to Love. I know that a lot of people like to put a ring on it. which is basically married couples trying to figure out if they want to stay together or not, and then other people get to date their people. So yeah. So yes, indeed. So. Lord Jesus. Hey, everybody. Welcome in. Glad to have y'all here. We are just chilling. Just did the Queen's Court review. It was a good episode. Like I said, I think Lisa Raye and Booker are probably a match made in heaven at this point. I don't think K. Michelle has anybody locked in as of yet. I think she is still exploring her options. I think Delicious and Zach, that could be a potential for sure. But then also, I think with K. Michelle, I think her and Ben could be a potential too. You know what I mean? So yeah. And there have been black women to say that they date outside their race because they believe that black men don't really want them. That's not really true. You can see Denzel Washington and Courtney Vance and Angela Bassett and Patricia Washington as well, and many other black couples that they've been together. But that's also too old love too. And I don't mean old love in a bad way, but old love where there wasn't social media. But I don't think that all women are bad, just like I don't think all men are bad. You know what I mean? I think that there's a few bad apples in the bunch, of course, but it's up to you to, stand 10 toes down at what you want. You know what I mean? So yeah, and like I said before, I have heard black women date outside their race, and I believe that as long as that person rides for you, rides for your family, rides for your culture, and they're like, listen, you come for me and mine, we have nothing else to talk about. I don't care how you recover. Then we good. I'm all day long, right? Because at the end of the day, we want our people to be happy, but don't date somebody and be in love with somebody so much that you forget your culture. I think that's the biggest thing, right? It was just like I was just watching Made in America OJ on ESPN Plus by way of Hulu, and when it came to the Power Fist, at the Olympics, and people in the sports world going to OJ to be like, hey, can you help us out here? We're trying to stand for something. And OJ said, I'm not black, I'm OJ. I mean, it was even to the point where, the Hearst commercials of Go OJ Go, they had no black people in it, and just OJ. So it really does go to show you that we have been, watered down. And I think that with Queen's Court, it has showcased to us that, there are black men who what I mean? So it boggles my mind. And, black men say black women should be this, that, and third, or black women say that there's no black men that wants to love them. We're like, there's Queen Court, there's Ready to Love. Like, there's about to be a whole black bachelor on ABC again for the second time. Hopefully this one goes well. Because Matt James, oh my God. Ooh, me and my friend Shauna, we fought over that season. Shauna, by the way, shout out to the black girl who watched The Bachelorette. I was there on her channel. We would come on, once a week. I think it was Monday nights, I think. And I would come on and give my commentary because there wasn't 5 black people watching The Bachelor because it's more of a white predominant show. So came on, gave commentary, met Shauna and Rodney and Caleb and many other people, and yeah, that season was it was action because the person he ended up with went to a what is that thing called? Not cotillion. Let's see here, 19th. Hang on, let me see. Matt James. Hang on, y'all. Rachel Kirkconnell controversy. So this was the controversy here. Let's see here. So she went to an old Southern theme party on a plantation. Child, listen, it was a whole thing. Dressing up in a Native American costume. Now, if you know about Native Americans, they were taken out by Christopher Columbus, and on plantation, slaves were the house servants. So, Matt James, broke up with her, but then got back together with her, and they're happy and they're still together. So, even though I do believe that the Bachelor and Bachelorette, Bachelor in Paradise has broken relationships, but they're still together. I gotta give them the credit. I cannot do it. No. But then again, Rachel, she did take responsibility, and that's where Chris Harrison got canceled. And when I mean canceled, I mean he did not come back at all. Hang on, I'll pull up a clip here. Chris Harrison, GMA. So here it is here, just to give y'all a little context here. Because y'all may not know.
Michael's exclusive interview with Bachelor host Chris Harrison. That's Harrison's first interview since stepping away from his signature franchise, Michael.
Yes, George. And in the wake of the racism controversy that plagued the first season of the show featuring a Black Bachelor, I sat down with the longtime host to find out what was behind his contentious remarks.
It was a mistake. I made a mistake.
This morning, embattled Bachelor host Chris Harrison sitting down with GMA exclusively in his first interview since stepping aside from the franchise.
Tonight, the journey begins again.
After facing backlash for defending frontrunner Rachel Kirkconnell, whose past racist social media posts show her liking a photo containing a Confederate flag and attending an old...
I forgot to tell y'all that, yeah, she liked a picture with that flag, yeah.
And attending an Old South plantation themed party in 2018. She has since apologized for those actions.
Thank you for holding me accountable. I'm so sorry.
Harrison made this case to Rachel Lindsay, the show's first Black Bachelorette.
It's not a good look.
No, it's not a good, well, Rachel, is it a good look in 2018 or is it not a good look in 2021?
It's
because
not
there's
a
a big
good
difference.
look ever, because she's celebrating
Well-
the Old South. If I went to that party, what would I represent at that party?
I think the biggest surprise for a lot of people is that this season was supposed to be a turning point for the show. We had the first Black Bachelor in the franchise's history after 2 decades of being on the air. It was a move that had already been criticized as too little, too late by quite a few people, but now it's being overshadowed by this controversy over racism, but not just by a contestant on the show, but also by its own host. And you are the face of the show. So a lot of people, and I'm wondering, why would you defend Rachel Kirkconnell?
I am an imperfect man. I made a mistake, and I own that. I believe that mistake doesn't reflect who I am or what I stand for. I am committed to the progress, not just for myself, also for the franchise.
My guess, these girls got dressed up and went to a party and had a great time. They were 18 years old. Now, does that make it okay? I don't know, Rachel, you tell me.
You said, quote, is it not a good look in 2018 or is it not a good look in 2021? Because there's a big difference. So what is to you, what is the difference? Or is there one?
There is not. Antebellum parties are not okay.
That's
Past,
what we call antebellum
present, future. Knowing what that represents is unacceptable.
In that interview with Lindsay, Harrison also using a term he now says is unacceptable.
I am not the woke police. There's plenty of people who will do that for us in this world right now.
Lindsay later discussing that controversial interview on her podcast.
During that conversation, he talked over me and at me.
During that conversation, his privilege was on display. He never gave me room to talk, and he never gave me room to share my perspective. He wasn't trying to hear it. He was just trying to be heard.
I am saddened and shocked at how insensitive I was in that interview with Rachel Lindsay. And I didn't speak from my heart. And that is to say, I stand against all forms of racism, and I am deeply sorry. I'm sorry to Rachel Lindsay, and I'm sorry to the Black community.
Since your conversation with Rachel Lindsay, she's been a target online of intense harassment and bullying, so much so that she's had to deactivate her Instagram account. Have you had a chance to talk to her? And if so, what was that conversation?
I talked to Rachel, not since she deactivated her Instagram account, but I talked to Rachel initially and I apologized. And I want to do so again. I am incredibly sorry. To anyone who is throwing hate towards Rachel Lindsay, please stop. It is unacceptable.
Do you think the reaction that you received has been fair?
I am not a victim here. I made a mistake, and I own that. Racism, oppression, these are big dynamic problems, and they take serious work, and I am committed to that work.
Harrison says he's been working closely with a, quote, race educator and strategist, along with faith leaders and scholars like Dr. Michael Eric Dyson.
But Dr. Dyson often talks to me about counsel, not cancel. And that is full accountability, understanding what you didn't understand, owning that, learning from that, seeking counsel often in the community that you hurt, learning from them, listening, gaining experience, knowledge, and moving forward.
So you are the right person to lead this franchise into the future, you feel?
I plan to be back, and I want to be back. This interview is not the finish line. There is much more work to be done, and I am excited to be a part of that change.
A lot more work to be done, Chris. I cannot agree with you more on that. And you guys know his apology is his apology, but it felt like it got nothing more than a surface response on any of this. And obviously, he's the man who wants to clearly stay on the show, but only time will tell if there is any meaning behind his words.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.
Thank you, Robin. Appreciate you, my friend.
This is my coffee.
Yeah, that was a whole controversy on The Bachelor. And, now Jesse Palmer is now the host of that. And there was another video that we will see here in just a minute here. You see Seeking Redemption from Dave Neal, and he exited the franchise. But let me go back here. Right here. So Emmanuel Acho took over the special. And I remember the special. That was a heavy special that day because, first of all, it was no audience, right? And it was the first time that a Black host hosted the After the Final Rose. And it was a conversation between him and Chris, Emmanuel and Matt, about race and culture and dating in a way that's never been done on The Bachelor, because The Bachelor for a long time was very white, like Oscar So White. And there was a young lady, I can't remember her name, but she was also on the show, but her segment got cut. So her voice did get to be heard either, but here is that clip right here.
The latest Bachelor shakeup, host Chris Harrison has stepped away in the wake of his racially insensitive comments. And now Emmanuel Acho, host of Uncomfortable Conversations with a Black Man, is taking over after the final rose. TJ Holmes here with the story. Hey, TJ.
Hey, good morning to you there, George. Look, if folks have been watching the show in recent weeks, it looks like business as usual in the midst of all this racial controversy. That's because all of those episodes were taped months ago. But coming up in a couple of weeks, in a live special, Matt James and the woman, the contestant in the middle of this racial controversy, are going to get together for a live special.
Michelle Young
won't be there. Has the potential
That's
to get
right, Michelle Young, who became another bachelorette. She had a conversation with Matt that got cut. So, and TJ Holmes, he used to work at GMA. He no longer works at GMA. Here we go.
I guess you could say. Well, the new host is going to be a guy who has made a name for himself recently for having uncomfortable conversations.
A change is coming to the Bachelor franchise.
Now, the goal of this was never to be a monologue, but rather a dialogue, and encourage you to have dialogues of your own.
Former linebacker turned New York Times bestselling author and host of the online series Uncomfortable Conversations with a Black Man, Emmanuel Acho, is stepping in, taking over hosting duties for Chris Harrison in the upcoming one-hour special of The Bachelor After the Final Rose.
Bachelor Nation, please welcome me with open arms. I promise to do y'all proud.
Acho's series looks to open dialogue about racial ignorance and insensitivity.
How can I do better as a man? How can I do better as a white man?
You have to acknowledge that there's a problem.
Acho saying on Instagram, it's been a pivotal season, and this episode will hopefully be one of the most storied shows in TV history. Empathy is needed, change is coming.
When you're ready.
The 30-year-old, who also has a master's in sports psychology, will sit down with Matt James, the first ever Black Bachelor, to talk about the current events surrounding his season, his final decision, where he is now, and the show in general. James responded to the news on Instagram, looking forward to it. Acho will also talk with the final 3 women in James' season, Bree Springs, Michelle Young, and Rachel Kirkconnell, who came under fire after social media posts went viral, where she liked photos containing the Confederate flag and attended a plantation-themed college party.
Already completely falling in love with you.
Last month, Harrison defended Kirkconnell to Rachel Lindsay, the franchise's first ever Black Bachelorette.
It's not a good look.
No, it's not a good. Well, Rachel, is it a good look in 2018 or is it not a good look in 2021?
It's
Because
not
there's
a
a big
good look
difference.
ever.
After backlash from that interview, he announced he would be stepping away from the show for a, quote, period of time and would not be joining the After the Final Rose special. The longtime host and Kirkconnell have both publicly apologized for their actions. Harrison has been staying out of the public eye, but last week appeared in an episode of Celebrity Wheel of Fortune, which was taped in December.
From The Bachelor, from The Bachelorette, from The Bachelor After Hours, from The Bachelor at the Morning, from the... How many shows do you have on the air?
I'm just going to keep milking this cow as long as I can.
Chris Harrison is here.
Well, he will not be there for that March 15th after the final rose ceremony. And straight, also worth noting here that Rachel Lindsay, the first ever Black Bachelorette, has actually shut down her Instagram account because she has received harassing, racist, rude comments from people, and Bachelor Nation, a lot of them have come to her defense, making the point she is not the reason that Chris Harrison stepped away. His words are the reason for it. Straight.
You're absolutely right about that, TJ. Thank you for pointing that out.
Well, hey there.
I gotta tell you something. There's a way to do television. When Strahan said to TJ, thank you for pointing that out. It was his words, not Rachel. And so here it is here. Let's share this tab here. Actually, you know what? I can't share that one. Hang on one second, y'all. I will share this one. This is Bachelor Fan Take. Now, he's a great content creator. I haven't watched this content in a long time. But let me tell you something. If y'all are looking for a laugh for reality TV, this one right here is one of the greatest of all time. He's almost at 200,000 subscribers. That's awesome. Okay, here it is.
The Bachelor After the Final Rose recap, where here we're going to be shifting things a little bit. There won't be any memes. Michael Scott won't be making an appearance this episode. Here, we're just going to be covering everything that went down during Matt's post-show reunion, and also a lot of things that the show didn't air, like where was Bree, and what happened with this unaired sit-down between Michelle and Rachel. And if you missed what happened during the 2-hour finale and Matt's final rose, be sure to go check out yesterday's recap detailing all of that. So, the AFR. Now, the first thing you'll notice is a brand new host for the evening, Emmanuel Acho, a former NFL linebacker, current analyst for Fox Sports 1, and host of Uncomfortable Conversations with a Black Man, which is also the title of his book. He's here to lead the conversation with Matt, Michelle, and Rachel after Chris Harrison was pulled from hosting the After the Final Rose for defending racially insensitive images that surfaced from Rachel's past, which he has since apologized for. Chris Harrison will also not be hosting the next season of The Bachelorette. That job is temporarily going to Tayshia Adams and Caitlin Bristow. That being said, it still remains to be seen if the franchise will be bringing him back for future seasons of the show.
And like I said, Jesse Palmer is now the host of The Bachelor, Bachelorette, and also Bachelor in Paradise.
Oh, if you ask me, however, I personally don't believe that ABC is ready to completely sever ties with Chris, considering after all the controversy surrounding him and his stepping aside as host of the AFR, they still brought him in after the fact to do voiceover for this special.
Later tonight, Emmanuel Acho dives into the shocking conclusion to Matt's journey.
Where do things stand now? Just him saying Emmanuel Acho's name there means they brought him in to do the voiceover after his replacement was figured out, and it just sort of makes me feel like the show is in a wait and see mode when it comes to Chris Harrison. Either way, I'm glad to see Emmanuel in here, as the conversations tonight most definitely shouldn't have been led by someone at the center of those issues. And Emmanuel starts the evening off by saying this.
Now, some of these conversations here tonight might make people a little uncomfortable, and they won't be easy. But my hope is that if we can talk openly and honestly, we can take important steps toward mutual understanding and healing.
And on that note, I want to be open in saying that while I'll do my best to encapsulate the words and perspectives of Matt or Michelle or Emmanuel, I've lived a very different life as a white man than they have, and I want to acknowledge that. So after Emmanuel introduces the show, first to come out and speak is Michelle.
And I appreciated what Bachelor Fan Take did here. And this is why it is important to have more of us on television. The fact that Bachelor Fan Take recognized his experience is way different than, Emmanuel Acho's or Michelle Young's or Matt James's experience is significant. It's not reducing yourself to having a conversation, but it is acknowledging where you are in the conversation. So that's why I wanted to bring this up with why it is important to have Will Packer, Tyler Perry, other Black production companies and producers produce us on TV, because it's got to be for us, by us, in order for it to relate to us. So just wanted to give y'all a little context there. So shout out to Bachelor Fan Take. Actually, you know what? I'll drop his link in the chat, because he really is a good content creator. I absolutely love that brother. I need to go back and watch some of his content, actually. Because, man, it's the memes for me. It is the memes for me. It is the memes for me here. Let me get that together here. Well, I probably need to catch up on the Bachelorette, and honestly, if you guys do watch the Bachelorette, you need a good way to break down information. He is the best way to do it. So yeah. But he also covers Love Is Blind and other shows as well, so he's not a one-trick pony. Let me do this here. So that is his channel there, Bachelor Fan Take right there. Great channel for sure. So, hey everybody, welcome in. We reviewed Queen's Court a little bit earlier in the show. Just catching y'all up on Chris Harrison. Now, Chris Harrison, if you guys are wondering where he is now, hang on. I'm just looking. Okay, it's not the channel. For those of you wondering where Chris Harrison is and his wife Lauren Zima is, they're at Marriage Street Media with Dr. Phil. Now, of course, there was a show called Roses and Rosé on E! It was a recap of the show. Lauren Zima did a great job of it, but because what Chris Harrison did, she had to leave too, and that hurt a lot of ET's audience. So I don't even know if they cover the Bachelor, Bachelorette anymore. I'm sure they do, but it's not the same without Lauren Zima. So that has happened there. Hey, Justine Bow, welcome into you. Good to see you, my friend. Hopefully all is well. Just here chilling out. Reviewed Queen's Court Season 2, Episode 3. And we are just here chilling out. Good to see you. Hopefully you are well, my friend. Just chilling here at our own business and just having a good time. So we in peace over here. Yes, indeed. We are in peace over here for sure. So yeah. It's been a long day today. So work tomorrow. Because today is Wednesday, right? Yep, today is Wednesday, so I got work tomorrow, then I'll be off tomorrow. And then Friday I'll have a show for y'all. And then I think we'll probably do Real Housewives of Potomac Friday. And that'll be episode 2. So it's gonna be interesting. And then of course, y'all know Married to Medicine will be back on TV, so we'll cover that too, because it looks like it's gonna be a good season. And then, of course, whenever Roa wants to come back, we'll cover that too. So it's a lot of content to come for sure. But yeah, we are just chilling. Good to see you here. Hopefully your day went well. Hopefully all y'all day went well as well. So yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I'm gonna turn on my camera now because we done the whole show for over an hour. Yes, we have. Man, oh man, oh man. Thank y'all for the like. I do appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is all good, y'all. It is all good in the neighborhood. So yes, indeed. But yep, we are just resting and a chilling, everybody. Yes, indeed. Hey, to people, welcome in. Glad to have y'all here. We are just chilling. Did the Queen's Court review earlier and talked about some Bachelor stuff and how important it is to have us on TV. So yes, indeed. Jesus Christ. Sorry, huh? Been a long day. But a good day, though. Well, long day, good day and a strenuous day. Let's keep it a buck. I do appreciate the positivity that everybody's trying to have. It's not easy. I did see one comment that really got to me. Someone said that I don't think that this was a failure on the Democratic Party or Kamala. I think it was just the fact that the country is not ready to be progressive, and I think this just says that they are with the ish of what is the norm. I'm paraphrasing, but that is the words, and I fully agree with that comment. I thought that was one of the most articulate comments I've seen because it was only 100 days, and at least you could walk into the room and feel cared for. Because good damn, let you be a black person walking, to a rally on the other side, God forbid. Whew. Just being honest. But anyway, all good. There are 3 people in the building. Thank y'all so much for being here. But yes, indeed. But, yeah. And like I said, y'all, I've been watching this intro from Brian Williams, and it really does touch on a lot. It really does. It touches on the past, touches on our present, and it gives a take of the future. You know what I mean? And like I said, I think Brian Williams deserves to be on TV. I really do. I think. Listen, I'd rather have a journalist that told one lie than be convicted 34 counts. Some people do deserve a second chance after they prove themselves more than enough. He went on MSNBC, made a whole show called The 11th Hour, which was the pinnacle of journalism at that point. And then to come back to all places, Amazon, and to do an election night live that's never been done before on any streaming platform. I think that Brian Williams recognizes what we all recognize, that either you are going to run the platform or the platform is going to run you. And I think that streaming election coverage and streaming live events is going to be the new wave, because there's some people that don't tune into TV anymore. They don't. They use TV as an aggregator more than anything. So Roku TV, Vizio, Google, LG, TCL TV. There are more aggregators, even TiVo. TiVo is still around, y'all. Yes, TiVo is still around. They are more used as aggregators. So, to be able to do a whole show on YouTube and have it be successful with advertisers, this, that, and the third, yeah, it's possible. You know what I mean? I'm surprised that YouTube has not done YouTube Red Studios, where they just ask a YouTuber like, hey, would you like to put your show on Hulu, and we'll do a 50-50 split of the profit. But that's YouTube though. That But into it, child. Yes, indeed. Welcome in, y'all. Glad to have y'all here. We are chilling. Yes, indeed, we are just chilling, y'all. I may stay on for like an hour, 30 minutes, and then cut it off. But yeah, we're chilling, y'all. Okay, I like that. I like that. I like that. Let's look at my analytics here. Interesting. Okay. Two people in the building. Thank you all so much for being here. Much love to y'all. We are just chilling live on tour. Talking about Queen's Court. It was a good episode. It was a good episode. Yes, indeed. I got any plans for the rest of the night? Watch some movies or watch some TV? I think once I get off of here, I'm probably just going to chill out, honestly. I remember American Boy was telling me, Brandon, you need a rest. I don't know why I said rest like that, but Brandon, you need a rest. I'm like, child, 10 hours of live broadcasting. Then did 3 hours this morning. Then did under an hour today. Another hour and 30 minutes. So 10, 3, 1, and 1. So that's 10, 13, 14, 15. I've done 15 hours of live broadcasting. Child's what we do. It is what we do. So that is that stick-to-itiveness, that is that ingenuity, that is understanding the assignment is bigger than you. So but you just like I said, in case y'all did miss the intro to Brian Williams, I'll show it here. Since we're just chilling, y'all, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Good. You know, there are not too many times in the world of broadcasting that you can do a intro that gives a synopsis of where we were, where we are, and where we can go in such a unifying together in a dignified way. And if you need motivation to keep going in life, I suggest looking at that Brian Williams intro from time to time, because the cadence of his voice, along with the imagery, and to know that we've come so far, but we still have a long way to go, should go to show you that we're not alone out here. We are being seen. Anyway, I thought that was quite a powerful intro there. So, welcome in, everybody. Glad to have all you here. We are just chilling out. I think we'll take it to 1 hour and 30 minutes. We're at 1:17 now, so I think we'll get there quite fine. And glad to have all of you here. Hey, welcome in. My thoughts, good to see you. Sidebar Braylon, I received my Happy Hues Wipe Me Downs. Oh, yay! They are infused with shea butter and aloe. I'm thinking these will be great. Yes, okay, let's talk about that. I'm so happy about that. That's awesome sauce. All right, y'all. Here is Happy Hues here. In case y'all don't know what's going on, we talked about this on Virtual Tour Live, that this black woman made this amazing black-owned business for kids of all ages, but specifically our kids and our culture. And then they expanded to Target. So yes, as you can see, there is shea butter infused, hyper dry absorption, snug and a bug comfy fit, double leak guard, cashmere like softness, and freshness flag indicator, wetness indicator. So there you go. So they got cuddlers, they got go-getters and big ups. And what Justine Bow's talking about is these Wipe Me Downs, infused with shea butter and aloe, and they're made with over 99% water. So this is a black-owned business. We covered it here on Virtual Tour Live before really anybody else started to cover it, and just making it do what it do. You know, I mean, we march to the beat of our own drum around here. You know, sometimes it is difficult to do that when you know that you are for the culture, of the culture, by the culture. You are a resource to the culture, not a hindrance to the culture. And sometimes when that doesn't get acknowledged, it can be a little bit frustrating, I think, because we are all human trying to do the best we can. But the good thing about it is you're showcasing your resume and your history. So by that moment that it does, by the time it does happen, everybody will be like, wait a minute, you're talking about now, wait a minute, who's this Braylon dude? Because he talked about it first. So don't worry about if it doesn't trend right away. The greatest things take time. Amen. Amen. Yes, indeed. So thank you for that. That's awesome. Well, let me know how they are, because I definitely want to get some myself here. I got the self-care journey I'm on. You know, it's definitely new for me. Yes, baby shower approved. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And not to mention, too, please take this to a baby shower. Like, even if it's your, well, I don't know after today if you want to go with anybody else's baby shower. Well, no, let me not do that, because babies have nothing to do with this. That's all learned behavior. Listen, if you want to go with somebody's baby shower and bring baby hues, then go right ahead. You know, so. So yes, indeed. So my thoughts, how was the rest of your day? Justine Battle is here. They are great gifts. They are great gifts for sure. And Coach James Hodge is in the building as well. So. Hang on, y'all. Let me share this real quick. So Mama Uppity, she is over cancer, praise God. But there is something new here. I want to share this real quick with all of you good people, because we do promote our own around here, as we often do. So here it is here, y'all. This is a GoFundMe right here from Uppity Unicorn. Join the fight against multiple melanoma, the blackest cancer there. Right here, you've heard breast cancer and lung cancer, brain cancer, but you haven't heard of blood cancer. I know I haven't. Before my mother was diagnosed with multiple melanoma. Multiple melanoma is a blood cancer that originates deep in the bone marrow's plasma cells due to a genetic mutation. Cancer cells overcrowd healthy plasma cells, which makes antibodies that start off infection. Needless to say, with cancer running through your blood, it is well everywhere, not related to an organ a tumor or some other place in the body, which could be amputated as a solution. My extended family, I have been terrified by the news. In my search of my mother, I've learned that melanoma is a cancer most often found in people of African descent, Afro-American, Afro-Latina, Afro, anything really. It is an unpopular, untreated cancer found in members of underserved communities. Many updated, more progressive treatments of multiple melanoma often escape these populations due to poverty and lack of access. I seek to remedy that with this fundraiser by finding what works for my mother, the matriarch of my extended family. We can further educate our community on what to look out for as well as what to expect. There are 2 to 3 stages a person goes through before being diagnosed with multiple melanoma. One of them is amnesia, I think. Every third black woman I know is anemic. Anemia. Okay. Every third black woman I know is anemic, even when we joke about chronic anemia, when in reality it's practically slow organ failure. It is so common among us, we are hardly alarmed, yet this is one of the routes that multiple myeloma takes to creep into our lives, and raising awareness of rudimentary facts like these within the African American community. We can help raise others. We can help others discover this creeping cancer early on, if they're still treated as precursors, so that multiple melanoma never has a chance to develop. So please say you will help us in our fight against cancer. These funds will be used to ensure that my mother has the best possible treatment, while I in turn put my journalism to good use and report back to my YouTube platform on our findings, triumphs, and best practices. Solidarity color of multiple melanoma cancer is burgundy, a deep wine red color, traditionally found in most African American households. If you read this far, please be encouraged that no donation is too small. Everything counts in this fight of life. Thank you. C.A. Hanley, Uppity Unicorn, University of Washington, Seattle University. So, wanted to show that off. I will drop it in the chat, and I will also showcase it on my community wall. Y'all know we always showcase our own and support our own. And Uppity is one of those people that she is an angel from the heavens. Her intellect is bar none, and the way she shows up for people is beyond what can be comprehended, and doesn't hurt to do the right thing. It does not hurt to do the right thing at all. So The silver lining is 45 cannot run again, but Kamala Harris can. God is in control, and nothing happens without his approval. That is right. That is right. I think, if anything, I think that is some solace for sure. You know what I mean? So, go to the community wall here. Copy that. And go to it. Hey, everybody, about share Uppity fundraiser. That there. It's not allowing me to do what it do. Copy. There we go. Do that there. Done. Okay, there we go. And post. All right, that's posted to the community wall. The thing is, when I woke up this morning, I went to work. It was business as usual. Really? That's interesting. That is very, very interesting. So, yes, I just posted the link to the community wall. So, Uppity, we got you, beautiful. And like I said, y'all, if you can't give, then promote, because promoting is just as important. I think sometimes we forget that just promoting can do a world of good for somebody. Amen, for sure. So. So yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Hey, everybody, we are still right here with all of you. Excuse me. Sorry. Like I said, glad to have y'all here. We are just chilling. Just chilling. Well, hopefully, at the end of 4 years, hopefully, and Lord, it's gonna be a long 4 years, y'all. Just, whew. Hopefully, at the end of 4 years, hopefully the other side can rest and we can get back to normal elections with actual candidates. Oh my Lord. There was somebody named Sonia today. My thoughts on Justin Bell, Colton James Hodge, that said, I want these 4 years to go by quick. And Sassy like, no, we don't want the 4 years to go by quick. This could be the best years of our lives, or financial years anyway. I'm like, Sassy, I love you, but let's keep it a buck. Stop the cap. Stop the cap. Stop the cap. That's just like what I said about that misgendered person that said it's not the end of the world. How do you know that? You still a black misgendered person when they pull your ass over. Like, really? Oh, child. It's the delusions of grandeur for me. But anyway. It is what it is. Yeah, we are getting closer to, well, we're not at Thanksgiving yet, but we are on our way to Thanksgiving. And then we'll be at Christmas, and then it'll be a brand new year, so. Yes, so, yeah. We're at 134, so I think we'll hang in there probably till about 140. Then we'll do the Daily Motivator and then head on out. But, oh man, it was a good show, the Queen's Court. Yes. We're just rocking out to 140, and then we'll do the daily motivator. And we'll head on out. Oh, hell. Oh, Lord. Okay, then. It's always interesting what you don't see a lot of times, y'all. Almost there to 140, and then we'll head on out. Oh, it's no problem. Child, I didn't understand what I did wrong. I really did. Like, honestly, I'm trying to get better. I really am. But, oh, Jesus. Like, can we just all stay in our corners? Like, really? Can we just all do that? Brad, I just want to say thank you for hosting the watch party last night. It was fun. It was fun even when the troll came strolling in. Child, that troll got booked disrespectfully, as they deserved. Like, it was just the fact of, like, it was already tenuous, right? So you get more flies with honey than with vinegar. You know what I mean? I didn't want the vibe, but you know, listen, it is what it is, child. So it's just... And can y'all believe that we did 10 hours of live broadcasting? 10 hours of live broadcasting. That was all live, y'all. That was no faking it. And y'all, we were up until 5 a.m. when Minnesota flipped blue. We were up until 5 a.m. and y'all were still rocking out. I think it was like 50. I think it was like 56 people still here with us, which was crazy. But crazy in the best way possible. I mean, just because we started the watch party at 7:30 Eastern, right? Primetime coverage started at 7, but no real results came in as of yet, right? So it was just the beginning thing. Well, some states came in, but it wasn't the big, battleground states, the swing states, right? So start at 7:30. We're giving updates throughout, and like I said, we didn't really know how we were going to do it, but we were going to talk about hot topics, maybe a skit or two. We wasn't able to do a skit because just the energy of that moment just seemed a little much. So it was a lot with that watch party, but I appreciate what you said. It is all good. It was fun. It was a lot of fun, and I'm glad that when we did the watch party, it wasn't like, what are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? It's like, oh, That's Braylon just being Braylon. That's what he normally does. That's what they normally do. Okay, cool. Like, it was just carry on as usual. But yeah, thank you for that, my thoughts. That was very sweet of you. It was a good time. It was a good time. Not the result that anybody wanted from this side, right? But you know, even Barack Obama and Michelle Obama came out and said that they did valiant effort, and you know, even them. So that's our president and first lady. That, you know, they can move on and we can move on too. Yeah, a lot of people are saying God is in control, child. Listen. It is what it is, child. Yeah. Yeah, it's all good. It really is, you know. I think the biggest thing to do now is, you know, to move forward in how we move, because that's all we can do, right? The more we can do that, the better off we'll be. So. Yes, let's go ahead and make it do what it do with the Daily Motivator and head on out of here. You know what? I'm gonna have to read this one on camera, y'all. I'm gonna have to read this one on camera. Let me get it up. I think that this is right on point. All right, here we go. So, it's time for the Daily Motivator. Though no one can go back and make a brand new start, my friend, anyone can start from now, make a brand new end. That's from Carl Bard. It's time for the Daily Motivator for Wednesday, November 6th, 2024. Reliable reality. Some things change from day to day and give life a fascinating, though perhaps frightening, array of new flavors. Well, sometimes we call flavors that should never form, but that formed or made, but that's neither here nor there. Most things, though, are the same as they were the day before. New developments bring challenges, opportunities, perspectives, and resources that were never available before. At the same time, unchanging factors provide a stable foundation upon which to take refuge when necessary and move forward when possible. When conditions change, it's never good as you wished, and it's never as bad as you feared. You and everyone else will adapt, adjust, find ways to move forward, maybe even learn something. You will continue to treasure what you treasure, to value what you value. You'll have plenty of chances to apply those values towards real and lasting goodness. Take a look around, and much of what you see, you've already accustomed to seeing. In that reliable reality, find the comfort and confidence to thrive amidst whatever changes may come. Change is essential for life, and so is steadiness. Embrace the challenge to make the best of both. Ralph Wilson. Well, Ralph, let's talk about it, brother. Let's talk about it. Seems like you knew that this day, maybe not this outcome was going to happen. Maybe you knew, the energy was going to be what it was for this day. Reliable reality. I do like one of the things he said, that when conditions change, it's never good as you wished it, it's never as bad as you feared. I think that is because we have to recognize, hey, I think the first thing I would say about this Daily Moment, which, by the way, this was a brilliant one, Ralph Wilson. I think the first thing I would say is when conditions change, it's never as good as you wished and never as bad as you feared. I think that comes over time with reflection, right? I think right now everybody is saying what needs to be said, respectfully and disrespectfully. And after a while, are we going to carry that forward, or are we going to let that hold us back? So the first thing I would say about a reliable reality, recognize that in that reliable reality, that there is goodness in that reality and there is badness in that reality. The only way it will ever be reliable to you is based on the energy that you give to that reliable reality. That's the first thing I would say. The second thing I would say is take a look around, and much of what you see is what you're already accustomed to seeing. That's facts. That's absolute facts. I think a lot of times we ignore what we want to see, right? And I'm sure that there are people who feel disenfranchised, lost, and brokenhearted. However, the only way that you ever, negate that, to fix that, and to heal that is by doing the right thing by those people. And like I said, we are used to this America, but that doesn't mean it has to stay this America. That's the second thing I'll say to you. And finally, change is essential for life, and so is steadiness. Embrace the challenge to make the best of both. Change is essential for life. Without change, there is no evolution, and so is steadiness. Focus on the goals ahead, because what's to come is better than what's been. Now this one was for Tuesday. Now I have not done this before, but I am going to do it because we didn't get to Tuesday nights because it was the election, and then Monday I was completely out of it. So y'all getting 3 Daily Motivators tonight. This one came for Tuesday, November 5th, 2024. Resonate with purpose. Envision life as its most fulfilling. What do you see? Look beyond merely getting what you want in the moment. Focus on what will fulfill the purpose that lives within you and will advance life itself. Consider what experiences and interactions would deepen your comprehension of truth and reality. How might you more completely understand who you are, the goodness you can bring? Getting through each day is, of course, essential. Seeking to know why and to connect with that purpose empowers you to reach far beyond everyday concerns. Although you can't fully articulate or explain your purpose, you can feel it. You also know when you are moving towards it or away from it. Pay attention, and your vision becomes more clear. Seek to resonate with purpose and bring fulfillment to life. Ralph Wilson. Resonate with purpose, or resonate with purpose. I sincerely believe that everybody does have a purpose. The 2 most important questions is the day that you're born, and the reason you find out why. The first thing I would say about resonating with purpose is that your purpose and the energy of that purpose is over time. It's not right away. I knew that I've always wanted to make a difference. I just didn't know how I was going to do it. I'll never forget, the first time I was on local television, I had to call all the local stations, talk about, my time of getting bullied in middle school and this, that, and the third. And, to see myself across the state of Arkansas You know, I'm like, wait a minute, wow. So wait, you can hook me up to this microphone and record this camera here and then take it back to a TV station and then upload it and then it's seen by everybody. And that's you get paid for that? So resonating with purpose, the first thing I would say is that finding your purpose takes time. That's the first thing I'll say. The second thing I'll say is getting through each day is, of course, essential. Seeking to know why and connect with that purpose empowers you to reach far beyond everyday concerns. Like I said, I'll never forget this little kid named Zane. And he needed a blood transfusion. I was at Arkansas Tech University, Russellville, Arkansas. And I was like, oh my God, first time away from home and family, and I don't know what I'm going to do, and just all types of stuff. And all Zane was doing was jumping up and down saying, Mommy, can I have some ice cream? That's all he wanted was just ice cream. And here was Braylon Lee being a selfish little something, thinking about himself. And what I come to realize in that moment is that when you are about your purpose and in your purpose, and you connect to that, you seek to understand why it empowers you beyond that. So I think of Zane every time that I have a struggling thought. That wherever I think is a problem, Zane had bigger problems. So that's the second thing I'll say to you all about that is recognizing that, you know, when you're in your purpose, you'll understand that life is bigger than you. The third thing, you'll also know when you are moving towards it or away from it. I always say that money and circumstances don't change you, just amplifies what's already in you. And there have been times where I felt like I'm getting away from my purpose. And I think sometimes, you know, when it comes to me, you know, living my life, I feel like, damn, there's got to be more to this life than this. But then maybe there's some things I'm not activating in my life to get towards that goal. I can be hard-headed. I think we all can. But then there are times where I feel like I'm closer to my purpose with all of you. And, you know, I think about my mom and my dad and my sister. And I think about the childhood that I grew up in. And how, although I didn't get everything I needed in my childhood, like all the toys and clothes and all that type of stuff, I got everything. I'm sorry, how did I put this? You know, I didn't get everything I wanted. There we go. What I wanted in terms of toys and clothes and this and that. Doesn't mean I didn't get what I needed. Sometimes what you need is more important than what you want. So when it comes to that, recognize that when you're moving towards or away from it, sometimes when it's moving you toward your purpose is what you need to do. When it's moving you away from it, it's usually something that you want to do that's not related to your purpose. So that's that motivator. And finally, on Monday, I was completely knocked out. Discontent is the first necessity of progress. Thomas Alva Edison. Okay, then I can't remember what the other, I don't think I read that one. But here it is here. Live with competence. For Monday, November 4th, 2024. There are things that you are competent at doing. Challenge that competence, improve that competence, expand on it repeatedly, put it to meaningful use. Be inspired by your competence in one area to develop a new competence in other areas. Look for how you can get better and then get better at being better. Life presents you with obstacles, unfairness, and disappointments, but also with resources and opportunities to make the best of all that. Respond with competence. Your competence feeds upon itself. Exercise competence and grow even more competent. Complaining, blaming, making excuses, criticizing, seeking pity, and all those dig you deeper into negativity. Competence gets you out. And you have the wherewithal to use it. Engage your abilities, your passion, your engage your abilities, your energy, your passion, wisdom, and purpose. Live with competence and lift all of life higher. Oh, Lord, maybe there was a reason why I didn't read this Monday, not just because I'm sick, but because maybe I just needed to have this for today. Oh, the first thing is that your competence feeds upon itself. My mom told me a quote from Bishop T.D. Jakes, feed what's feeding you. So if your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, if your good friends, if your job, if your community is feeding you, then feed what's feeding you. So that's the first thing I would say, is you have to invest in what makes you you in order for you to be all of you. The second thing I would say to you is be inspired by your competence in one area to develop a new competence in other areas. And honestly, to tell you the truth, I think that's what we have done here quite brilliantly on our channel here. Is sure, I got into a sector, and the way I got in was a very recall spoiled and in a factory of lemons that need to be shut the fuck down a long time ago. Quite frankly. But out of that, I stumbled along the way, cruised the streets, and found out how to make my own lemonade. And now we're here, our own lemonade factory, making good lemonade that's actually good to drink. It's got the sugar, it's got the energy, but it actually tastes good. And sometimes in order for you to have that competence, right, you have to get outside of yourself. So, and finally, the last thing I will say here is, although I will disagree with this though, complain, blaming, making excuses, criticizing, seeking pity, all those dig you deeper into negativity. I will agree and disagree. I will agree and disagree because I believe in the words of Shrek, is better out than in, right? Because the more you store it up inside, the more will come out in a way that could be to your detriment. So that's where I will disagree with Ralph Wilson. But where I will agree with Ralph is that all those things does dig you deeper into negativity. And what gets you out of it is positivity. Positivity is usually a plus side. Negativity is usually a negative side. If that can be concrete, your energy should be as concrete as well. And so with that being said, you got 3 daily motivators for today. How about that? I've never done 3 motivators in one live, but there you go. With that being said, it's time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say you weren't born special, because you were always born on blessed and trust. You may not be where you want to be, but by the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Why is one thing to call yourself? It's nothing to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I have spent time with you. You have spent time with me. Hopefully, by spending time together, we'll also be great together. And always remember, you're doing radio, television, YouTube, live your best life. Or you're just recognizing that, listen, while it is okay to be human, don't forget the humanity of good that is inside of you. Well, let me flip it, reverse it, rewind it back. While you may recognize the humanity child, although it is hot socially right now. While you may recognize the humanity of bad that's in the world, don't negate the humanity of good that's in you. Make sure the replay is not just worth if you watch it, not just worth if you listen to it, or if you want to experience it again. I love you, I value you, I embrace you all. Always remember, or receive love, you gotta give it, or receive love, you gotta give it, or receive love, you gotta give it. Wherever obstacles you have overcome, wherever success you have achieved upon this particular day, I'm extremely proud of you. But if no one else is proud, be proud of your damn self. And finally, y'all, listen. Giants, they do fall. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. Rest in the positivity of what can be. I know that's not a lot of help, but I promise you this, like that intro that Brian Williams showed, we've come a long way. We still have a long way to go, but if we don't recognize the good that we have done, we will never have a pathway to do the work of good that we can receive. Commercial break and fireworks coming your way for the day that was, for the day that's coming, for the blessings on the way for you, me, all of us, as a society, as a people, as a culture. I feel the love. I'll send it right back to you. Love you all. Good night. Bye-bye.
This is for all you multi-talented, multitasking, multi-everything people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless feet will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zoa. No applause? You're all fired.
Now that you've reached the stage in your life where quality television is important, Nubian TV is a Black network that speaks to your lifestyle. Nubian TV is the world's first digital network devoted to the upscale and political lifestyles of Black people. Nubian TV's programming includes politics, travel, fashion, food, automotive, arts and culture, civil rights, music, and more. Watch now on Amazon Fire TV, Roku, or watch globally at nubiantv.net. Nubian TV, it's what you want to watch.
All day. Yeah, we're working, let me play. You know me, work real hard, now we're ready, let's play. Hustle up, yeah. Ready, set, let's go, yeah. Hustle up, yeah. Ready, set, let's go. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, get low, come on, yeah, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. Turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, yeah. Drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, yeah. Drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, yeah. Drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. Turn it up a little louder.
I got a question for you. What does this city know about luxury? Huh? What does a town that's been to hell and back know about the finer things in life? Well, I'll tell you. More than most. You see, it's the hottest fires that make the hardest steel. Add hard work and conviction, and the know-how that runs generations deep in every last one of us. That's who we are. That's our story. Now, it's probably not the one you've been reading in papers, the one being written by folks who've never even been here and don't know what we're capable of. Because when it comes to luxury, it's as much about where it's from as who it's for. Now, we're from America, but this isn't New York City, or the Windy City, or Sin City, and we're certainly no one's Emerald City.
This is the Motor City, and this is what we do.
Come with me if you want to live a more delicious life.
Oh, maybe we should get in the van.
In this world, we don't get to control much. The past, male pattern baldness.
Leggies.
Got one right now. The urge to puff that bubble wrap. But there is one thing we do get to choose every single day: what we eat. Welcome to the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousness. We have everything you want, didn't know you wanted, and some things you didn't know were possible. Because we believe if you're not having fun, you're not living free. So come on, let's live a little.
Hey, good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money. Are you ready? They are ready.
Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here this morning.
It's always a good time. That's what the show's about.
That's good. Really good. Very good.
Coming in hot. Jimmy coming in hot.
It's far from elementary. Good morning, America. I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in. I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be there.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'm in.
That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, Lara,
Ginger.
Open your eyes.
Think of the one place you've always wanted to see.
This is where our magic comes from.
They say if you dream a thing more than once,
Please, please, please.
it's sure to come true.
Everything you see exists together in the great circle of life.
There are stories about what happened.
It's true. All of it.
In every job that must be done, there is an element of fun.
I told you she was tricky.
Life is full of possibilities. What do you want to be remembered for?
The world is in our hands, and we gotta do something with it.
I just want to say a word of thanks to all the artists, the workers, and all of you. The young and the young in heart. You helped make this dream come true.
I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought
Caesar. Just look at him. Politician. General. Author. Ruler. Man. Legend has it, he's not only stared into the belly of the beast, he's had it for dinner. Here he's free to relax, or party, or relax, or party, or relax, and party. His is a world of opulence, excess, and the occasional impulse buy. Not one to rest on his laurels, he's famous for ushering in a new age of entertainment. So, for anyone seeking a place where the sun never sets on a good time, all this awaits.
I am Caesar, and I approve this palace.